Hello, everyone, and hello, and welcome to Soul Conscious Tarot. This is our weekly soul weather forecast that I do each and every week. So, if you're a returning viewer, hey, welcome. Thank you for joining me once again on our weekly journey into the current energies to see what we might have coming this upcoming week, what we might be able to expect. Just what's going on in general on that collective level. This is a general reading that is timeless, so whenever you find it, there might be something in it meant for you. If you're a new subscriber, hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us and taking a moment to, oh, I had the deck upside down. I was wondering, I was like, I don't think that should be upside down. So starting off for this week, we have the Wood Wives Adaptability. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that card come out. That's this Shaman Oracle, Shaman's Dream Oracle deck, I believe. 64, which add those together, and we have 10, which could be 10, could be the end of a painful cycle. And then we also have, it can, 10 goes down into 1, which is a new beginning. So we have here I really feel like, given last week's message was all about cleaning up our mess. And so I really feel like the big takeaway, so to speak, was, what areas of our life have we kind of made a mess of and need to be cleaned up? So what do we need to let go of? What did we need to, clean up in our lives, that wasn't, things that were no longer serving us? And I really think, I don't know if any of you have, that are coming here, watched my pick a card reading on the 1010 portal and the solar eclipse. Well, this week, we're sitting in the middle of, I guess that last week with the mess, we were sitting in the middle of those energies, and it really was all about, at least I can say for me, it was a very emotional time. A lot of things came up for me. I saw a lot of things for what it was. A lot of things changed. A lot of things, I was spirit kind of showed me the way of, it was kind of like this release, like this emotional release that just, I think that many people went through this kind of, just in their feels about something in their life that needed to be released. And I think we were all shown areas of our lives that we needed to, maybe do better in or work harder in, or that we needed to focus on maybe right now in our lives. And when things change, because I think it kind of was like cleaning up the mess, it's clearing the house, it's like clearing the energy for something new to come in. So it is that like 10 energy of the end of a cycle that's moving into a new cycle. And so that calls for us to have this adaptability that's coming in, that this card represents, of having that flexibility, having that adaptability to be able to, move and flow, ebb and flow, move and flow with what's coming in. Because I think that for many of us, there's new things coming in that are going to lead to something a lot more a lot more substantial, a lot more aligned with the next chapters in our lives. But there is this resistance, I like that, we have, I think this is the Five of Pentacles. There's no pentacles on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the Five of Pentacles in this deck. But we have the Four of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and then the Five of Pentacles. I think that's the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's pentacles there. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's the Five of Pentacles. So, we have all this, there's this change coming, something that is new, something that can be celebrated, something that is going to make us feel better, but it is something that we're not used to. It's different. I feel like for most people, this is it, like newer energies that you've never maybe experienced coming in. So it's when we release things, sometimes when we break free of a cycle that maybe we've been repeating, that we finally, like we finally learned the lesson, we finally got it, there are those growing pains. And I feel like for many of us, we're in that, where we're kind of maybe a little bit guarded against those, because I was seeing that even in my little small like love vibe short that I do. I no longer put that on YouTube. I only do it on Instagram and TikTok, because YouTube, it just didn't do too well on there. So I put it on those other platforms. But it was showing the same thing of people being emotional and guarded. And I'm feeling that coming through here too, like this. But there's like this, like putting on almost a mask to the world, saying, yeah, I'm okay, but deep down, underneath it all, look, there's all this kind of chaos in a sense, and it's not necessarily bad. I think it's just those growing pains of adjusting to something that's shifted within us, but it's really the universe is trying to get us out of this energy of feeling like we're left out in the cold, a feeling like that we don't, that things weren't going our way, this is really where it's like where we have, we as individuals have felt lack in our life. We've felt that lack. And when we feel lack, sometimes we can be, this is the Nine of Wands is somebody that's battle hardened. They've been through a lot. I mean, the next card is like the Ten of Wands, which is the burden, carrying that heavy burden. This is someone that, that's on, getting close to that breaking point. They've been going through the same battle over and over again. This is really those cycles. And I like that it has this, this wreath that looks kind of almost has that, almost like feel of round and round, and even this has got those circles. It's like there's things that have been going round and round, and there's like, that we've been battling, something that we have. And I really feel for a lot of us, it was something, in a limiting belief that we, like where we were maybe keeping ourselves stuck in some part of our life, that was released during this 1010 portal and this and the solar eclipse. It gave us the energy needed to shake loose and shake free of some kind of thought pattern, limiting belief thought pattern that was really holding us back and keeping us from our full potential, or our full recognizing our full abundance of being able to celebrate more, to enjoy our lives more. And it was, Spirit was trying to remove that heaviness from us, but it did call for this adaptability, because you are breaking a cycle, and breaking a cycle and ending a cycle, like I said, is never an easy thing. And then we have downloads. Look out for messages and signs from Spirit. Sit quietly and receive the answers. I think that this is super important right now. I really feel like a lot of people got those downloads, the downloads from the Matrix, which really showed, I think if you really think about it, you probably have gotten messages and messages in the way of gentle nudges in a certain direction or being shown something that's not sitting, that's like, you're seeing the glitch in the matrix, so to speak, where you see like something's not feeling right anymore. It could be, like, it could be your friends, it could be your job, it could be, there's like this restlessness. There's this like, restlessness we have in a certain direction. It could be toward a person, it could be toward a job, it could be in the place that we live. There's like this feeling, this need that something needs to change, something's got to give, something's got to go. And that was what, that I think that the 1010 portal and solar eclipse energy was really, really showing us, it was sending these downloads to be able to see what area in our life needed to shift and needed to change so that we could have a happier life, so we could put down these potential burdens and get rid of these limiting thought patterns that were keep making us feel like we lacked something in our life, where there was an area where we felt like we couldn't do anything about it. We couldn't change our circumstances. So we left ourselves out in the cold because we didn't see. It's almost like we had blinders on and couldn't see the way forward. We couldn't see the way out of the situation. So we had just accepted it, just accepted that that's the way things were. So we just kind of, just kept going, kind of waiting for a sign. But I think that we're starting to get, many people are saw those signs or getting those signs of where they need to go forward. So here we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the Tower. I love this deck, let me tell you. I really do love this deck. Okay, I want to get one more card here. I think 2, 4, yeah, one more card. Hopefully those are all in the window here. Let's see. We'll move these over slightly and then hopefully they're all there. These are so beautiful. I just got this Tarot de la New. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Feel free to correct me. Which would be hard to do if you had to type it. But so we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the Tower, the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So it's telling me almost this whole journey. And these are mostly clarifiers, but it's also giving me this journey of, like self-discovery, like what do we need to, 9 of Pentacles is somebody that is extremely independent and self-sufficient. But look at on this card, there's like this wintry scene like behind her, so it's almost like that, being left out in the cold. There was still this area of our life, even though we might felt like we had everything that we needed, there still was something missing and we didn't know what that was. And we wanted to gain victory over whatever that was, felt like it was missing. And then the Tower moment came. The Tower moment came, which was when we received these downloads that happened. And through those downloads that were happening, it caused some combativeness, it caused some distress. This is that need for adaptability, because it caused, a little bit of ruffling of the feathers, because now we saw where we needed to clean up our own mess, where we had created maybe, the blockage, and it's removing that blockage, removing it. These people, they're sitting there and it looks like, at first I thought they're waiting on a train, but I guess not. But these two people they're not, you can tell that they've had an argument, that they're not wanting to speak to each other. They're not even wanting to look at each other. And it could be, we could be when you're going through something, or when you're seeing truths, when you get these downloads and you see places where maybe you haven't done something that you're supposed to do, or a way that you need to change, or it's a very uncomfortable feeling. It can put us in this energy where we can be very irritable, and we can easily take it out on others around us, for sure. And so some of us might have found ourselves taking it out on people around us. Now, and then we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is working on these issues, and I feel like that's where we're kind of in that energy now that we've gotten the downloads. We now see what, where we needed to change things, because we're being shown the way forward out of The blinders have come off. We've been shown the light, so to speak, shown what needs to change, and so now it's putting in the work to change that situation, because we're getting these new opportunities. That now there's this passion there is this passion that is driving this to fix the problem. And I see that, because we wanted to gain success over it. It's like the whatever was shown to us in such a way that we really felt like it needed to be changed. It was something that needed, that we passionately desired in our lives. Because if you look, down here, there's this little keyhole. There's this little keyhole, and it was like we were waiting for the right sign, the right thing, the right moment to come in and unlock this thing within us, and that's what I feel like this was like. What happened, these downloads came in, that was the key to unlock that lock and open up, something for us. It was like unlocking and like, something that was extremely important to us. And I didn't forget our emoji card, Mr. Cool here, Mr. Cool. But I maybe I did touch on it, but it's like, I feel like, that's just kind of a masking that we're doing to make, I think many of us are not wanting to let people know that we're going through something, so we're putting on this kind of, Joe Cool attitude to the world. And that's up to you if you need to do that, if it makes you feel better. But I also feel like there's this, it might be helpful for some, to talk to people if you're going through something, and maybe, especially, it's calling for us to be adaptable, flexible, because we're changing ways of being. We're changing ways, that we've always done something, to do it a different way. It's that growth, it's self-growth. That's moving us into a place that's going to be more abundant for us if we can do the work. If we can put the work in, it's going to be more abundant for us. But I feel like, it is a struggle to get there, because it's not something we're used to doing. So it's not going to be easy. There's going to be those growing pains, and you might need people around you to help support you at this time, so you can put on this brave face if you wish to, that's fine, if that's the way you want to do things, but, and do things alone. But I feel like there is this, that there is support around you if you choose to, but it's like, I feel like almost like there's so much solitary energy here that of like, I almost feel like too here, it's like this, I don't know why, but I'm getting the feeling like, okay, this is the person here with their hand out, feeling, being beggarly or whatever. And I feel like this person on this card, I'm getting this sense like this person is like the wise person seeing this person in need and trying to help them, but their backs to it, their backs to, they don't see that there's help there, or people that are willing to help them out of the situation that you're in. And that's what I feel like, there might be people around you that could help you at this time if you're willing to open up and share it. There's people that maybe have gone through this in your life, something similar, that might be able to, give you the insight and that you need to make it easier, to make this process easier for you. And that again goes back to that adaptability and being able to, if you're not comfortable with help, asking for help or opening up to people, maybe that was what you were shown as something that needed to change in this time, that there was to be more open and flexible about, opening up and being a little more vulnerable and asking for help from people, because I do feel like there's a lot of solo energy, a lot of like trying to do things like alone, by yourself, on your own, like not depending on other people, is coming through pretty strongly right now. So, I think, I don't know, I feel like I want to pull one more oracle card, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I'm on the fence here. I think what I'm going to do, if I can reach the deck, because I didn't put it over here on the table, I am going to pull a card from, I think this is the Sacred Destiny deck, Oracle deck. This is a newer deck I got too, so I'm going to read from the book whatever this card is, because I'm not familiar with these cards yet. I haven't worked with them enough, so I'm actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card, one of the cards, and I will give you my interpretation of it, of what comes through for me for the card, and then we'll read what it's about, so you have that too. So boy, this is a newer deck, so that's why it's requiring to be shuffled. The cards aren't mixed up enough apparently yet. They're not separated out. Shake out that energy a little bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. Courage. Okay, so courage. This is, definitely getting that vibe of I feel like a lot of us, I mean, to me, this is reflecting back on that, putting on a brave face. I feel like, this is really tied to that putting on a brave face of gathering the courage to overcome something, I'm feeling this. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but I'm getting kind of like waves crashing on rocks there from that card. Like it's like that we've been battered and beaten and like almost like this is like the turmoil that's going on within us maybe right now. That on the surface we may be putting on appearances to say everything's okay, but inside everything is just like like a storm is brewing and things are just the waves are crashing against these rocks and like exploding everywhere inside of us, and it's like trying to ride the storm out, but it's not really a storm. It could be essentially with the tower moment, but it's not like, I'm not getting like that storm feel, even though that saying ride the storm out is coming through, but it's not really a storm so much as waiting for the ebb and flow, like waiting for the tide to go back out, because it's like the tide has come in and washed away and revealed some things to us, because water is emotion, so it's revealed these things to us, and it's calling for us to have courage right now to look at those things that were revealed when the tide came up and washed clear clear things that were hidden, and now now that we see them, now that we got these downloads and we see what needs to change or what we need to do differently, it requires courage to take that leap and actually work on it and adapt and overcome these challenges that might be coming up for you, so that you can have something bigger and better, in the long run for yourself. You're doing this for yourself, because it's only gonna, doing the work is only going to help you in the long run. It's only going to benefit you and make things better for you in the long run. So this courage card, it says a rocky seashore. The waves crash again and again on the rugged, rocky shore, and yet these ancient rocks face each storm with strength and fortitude. They are strong beyond measure. When the waves are gentle, they stand strong, and when the great storms arrive, they remain strong. They never falter. This card signifies that an enduring, everlasting, passionate courage in the depths of your being is arising. There is nothing that you cannot confront and face. You are a warrior of the light. So yeah, it really is that, it really is that, that you can overcome and endure and get through this, if you're willing to do the work and really tough it out. because you are strong. You are strong, my beautiful people out there. You're very strong people. And it was about those, like I said, you know, I feel like this is the storm that rages and hits the rocks over and over again. It's like you're just almost to the calm, you know, like where you've been battered and battered again and again, where the waves have crashed on the rocks that are your shores over and over again in your life, that it's like, it's similar to what I was saying, where it feels like the tide's just about to go out, you know. So you're not going to have, when the tide recedes, you're not going to have these waves crashing on you know, on the rocks of your life, you know. So the tide came in and brought all these things up, you know, the emotional stuff up, and now the tide starting to go out, and you're left with all this stuff that was brought up when the tide came in. And so now you're having to deal with all that, or we're as a collective having to deal with all that and decide if we want to put in the work. And only those that have the courage to do so are going to act on those things that they were shown by the universe, the downloads, you know, the downloads that we received of what needs to change, the messages that we got. Each person, everybody across the collective got these downloads and got these messages of ways they need to change their lives and ways they need to move forward, things they need to change. And some people will act on it and some people won't. It's our free will. But those that have the courage and the fortitude to make these changes in our lives, that have what was shown to us, I think that there are great things ahead. I think that, you know, doing the work, anytime you do the work, especially the work that spirit shows to you that needs to be done, you are rewarded with amazing good karma. You know, like the universe rewards people that do the work, that learn the lessons, do the work, and grow. Growth is like, it really is growth. Personal growth is like the doorway to abundance. You know, it really is, because as you keep unlocking those levels, that, as you know, that keyhole I was talking about, it's like the key was inserted in the lock and a new level was opened up, a new pathway, because this is the Ace of Wands. It's something that you desire. It's something that you wanted, you know. It is something, Wands is something we desire. So it's like a passionate new beginning in a new direction, you know, that new opportunity that's coming in, something that we want, you know. But we had to do the work to be able to access that new opportunity, because before it would never be accessible, because we wouldn't have been able to pay the toll, so to speak, to have access to this. But we've been given, with these downloads, we've been given access to that new level. You know, the level was unlocked. The universe came and opened the key, took the key, opened the lock to this new level, and said, okay, you know, here, look what you could have if you do the work. But you can't have it unless you do the work, because, you know, it requires something that you didn't have before to be able to access these new opportunities that are coming in. Beautiful message. I love it. I love doing tarot so very much. I hope that you enjoyed this week, reading this week. I do these each and every week. They're published every Saturday. I haven't missed a Saturday yet. I'm hoping that doesn't change. I do have some things that might there might be some craziness coming up in my life soon. We'll see. And I'll let you know. I'll let people know on my community page if my readings are going to be impacted with things that might be coming up. If I find out they will. But we'll see. We'll cross that road when we get to it. But I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, hit that like button down below. It really, any interaction, whether you watch the video, hit that like button, subscribe, any interaction, the like button really helps, because there, you know, all of it actually helps. It doesn't matter. All of it actually helps. Comments, everything. It all helps, YouTube to want to push my videos out more. And what all that does is it helps. Well, not only does it help my channel grow, but it also allows these videos to be seen by more people, so more people benefit from them, So it really is like almost like a passing it forward, or, kind of thing that, by hitting like or leaving a comment or just, showing up for a reading and staying for a little bit and watching it, you're paying it forward, because now YouTube is going to put this video out in front of more people, so more people get a benefit from it, and it helps more people, so think of it as when you're doing that kind of thing or watching videos out on YouTube, think from that mind frame that, by hitting like or whatever on a video or leaving a comment, something like that you're paying it forward, that you're helping other people get access to that information. You're saying, I approve of this message, let it be seen to other people out there, so to speak. I approve of this message. So I hope you approved of this message, and I thank you so very much. I've been doing tons of pick a card readings, so I hope you'll go over and see some of those pick a card readings that I've done, and I hope you enjoy those as well. So have a great and wonderful week. Thank you so much.